What a wonderful world.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Real. I am so excited because, as you guys know, my New Year's resolution was to be more organized, and today I have a freaking expert with us. We have Caitlin Jaymes. She is a closet organizer. She's a celebrity stylist, and she's going to help me get my shit together today. She's going to help all of us get our shit together. So welcome to the podcast. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited. I was saying this is my first in-person podcast.
I know. And it's so also like we can be cozy, like we can be comfy. I like to be very like chill, laid back.
I mean, I feel like my bare socks are like in your couch crevices right now. Like I really am at home right now. I'm chilling.
Okay,
I'm comfy.
good. As you should.
Yeah.
Okay, so for everyone that doesn't know you, I just want you to give a little intro, where you're from, how you got started with everything, who you are.
Okay, perfect.
A little rundown.
Love it. Okay, so yeah, I'm born and raised in LA, and I started off doing out of college some PR jobs, hated it, and was like, you know what, I'm young, who cares what I make? I can like go into styling and like I'll do some internships and like I don't really care what I'm gonna make. I ended up taking a job in kind of like a retail styling, world. Hated it, knew I was gonna leave, but basically I always call myself like an accidental entrepreneur because like I started my business completely by accident. While I was working at this job that I didn't like, I had a client and she was like, hey, before we buy new pieces, can you come to my house and like tell me what's missing from my wardrobe? So I was like, great. I go to her house and I had like a devil angel moment. Like I'm the worst salesperson, but I knew I had to make a quota at work. So I was like, okay, what can I sell her that's super expensive? But I was like, wait, she also like doesn't need anything. We just have to get rid of like the clutter that she's not wearing, and then I can just make outfits with what she already owns. So I was like, I'll do that for you. She was like, Caitlin, this is so much cheaper than shopping. So she was like obsessed with the service. I put away her clothes, and I don't know, like to me, it's such a natural thing, the way that I organized. And she texted me and she was like, oh, I need you to come back and organize. And I remember I like told my now husband, like my boyfriend at the time, I was like, why does she think I'm an organizer? Like I'm a stylist. Like I was like ego, Yeah. And I was like, okay, I need the money. Put back her clothes. She ended up referring me to so many people to organize closets. And from there, I just kind of started doing things on the side, and ended up making more money on the weekends than I was at my Monday through Friday.
That's crazy.
Quit, and then now I'm here and expanded to home organizing, divulge a little bit into the celebrity world, and yeah.
How did you learn to like package everything? Like what people wanted? How'd you learn how to like price everything? And like, I don't know, like how'd you learn to figure all of that out?
Okay, it is so hard. I will say like if anybody on here is like starting their own business, I will say like there was one time, at least in my experience, the styling world, like stylists were not that friendly. It was like competitive. If they thought I was asking, they were like, oh, she wants my clients. I ended up talking to a stylist who had done it in the past, and I told her what I was charging, and she was like, Caitlin, you're charging what you should be charging for like an hour. So like, and same with organizing. So I was totally like trial and error kind of base. And then I would say like the biggest way to kind of figure out what services work for your clients is like, what do they want? So like if my clients are all asking me to organize, maybe none of them were going to ask me to like style. So obviously if I didn't like organizing, I shouldn't have done it, but I knew like this is a great service. Like someone's coming in, they're being like, your wardrobe is missing this, this, and this, and it should be getting rid of this. And now I'm going to make it look pretty for you.
That's amazing. Yeah. So many people, and like you said, like it's a natural thing to you. Yeah. I think for so many people, at least for me, it's very much not. And like part of it is like if I really put everything into it, I could. But I think for a lot of people, it's time consuming, or I easily like will get overwhelmed. I see a mess or I see a lot of things and I get overwhelmed. So for someone like me as like a client, or even like someone like me who just moved into somewhere and is like trying to get their life together, like if you're teaching someone to organize or giving them tips, what's like the first little thing someone can do to just like try to get themselves together more? Okay, and I know that's a broad question.
No, but this is actually like my biggest thing, and I'm sure like this relates to every single thing in the world, but like the Instagram versus reality of organizing is wild. So I would get so discouraged because I would organize and I'd be like, why doesn't this look like all the other businesses? And I was realizing, oh, it's because they're taking like half the clothes out, shooting it, and then it's getting put back in. And like obviously like the average person doesn't have 6 walk-in huge closets. So try to ignore, I make sure that like all my, organizing techniques for a client, they're aesthetic, but they're also functional, but try to ignore the aesthetic in a sense of like, if you can't maintain it, it's not the right solution. Like some of my organizers they fold underwear, like thongs, like a Skims little thong, into this like beautiful, like amazing looking like drawer, you know? I've had clients call me and be like, can you come back? Like, I will never maintain this. Like, I just need a solution where I can like throw it in there. So I'll literally talk with my clients and be like, what can you maintain? Let us know, like, if we're being too micro organized, like the way we're color coding your shirts, if it's too specific and you can't maintain it, you're gonna freak out. And the one thing that you said about it being so overwhelming, like, I think that do not dump all your clothes out on your bed at one time.
Like, people do that all the time, and it like makes me actually want to die.
I do this for a living and it would make me want to die. Yeah. Like, I see those memes where it's like the girls sitting in closets and it's like, I thought I was going to do like a cute Sunday self-care day. And like now I have raging anxiety and I'm crying and I'm calling my mom. And it's like, so like, don't do that to yourself. Like, do one section at a time. Like, be thoughtful about it, because I know this sounds cheesy, but like, it's a form of self-care. Like, you're going to save money because you're going to be able to see what your wardrobe is missing. I always tell people, like, as you're going through your closet, like, make a list of what your wardrobe is missing. It's like the grocery list for your wardrobe. So if your maybe New Year's resolution is like, I want to get like my wardrobe together, but I also like need to save money this year. This is like the wardrobe list, missing wardrobe list is key. It's crucial. So yeah, just be slow and make sure you can maintain it. Those are like the two biggest things.
So what is your like wardrobe? I didn't even want to get into this yet, but now I have to ask, what is your wardrobe list like of things that maybe you have to have? Like, what are a few things that you just have to have in your wardrobe that you feel like every person needs to be able to create kind of like a capsule situation?
Yeah, so I'm actually in the middle of writing like an ebook. And I was literally, it's so funny, not to get off topic, but like there is a difference between like capsule items and timeless pieces. Okay. So like to me, a capsule wardrobe, if you were like, I have a quiet luxury style, but then I was like, I have like more of like a Hailey Bieber street style. Our capsule wardrobe is going to be completely different, but our timeless pieces are going to be the same. So like we both might have like light wash pair of denim. We both should have like a crew neck t-shirt. We both should have like long sleeve bodysuit, tank top bodysuit. Like I would like for most styles, I would say like a black over the knee boot, some type of sneaker. Like those are the pieces that I think like you need to have. Like a versatile jacket. So usually that's going to be like a leather jacket, a bomber jacket. Blazers now are pretty much in every single person's different style. Like unless I would say maybe even if you're boho, I guess you would do more of like a neutral color, like linen, Yeah. So those to me are more timeless pieces. The capsule wardrobe, I definitely feel like there is a difference.
Okay, that's so interesting because I guess people don't realize this because when I think of it, I think of them as like the same concept.
No, I
like
did
the same
too.
Thing. Yeah.
I did too until I started being like, to be honest, this is my first year of like really making content. And so like, obviously I'm sure you just like, you have to think of content and like, I'll literally get questions. And I was noticing that people were like using those words interchangeably. And I was like, oh, this would make a great video. And as I did it, I was like, no, now I feel like really strongly about this.
Yeah. Also, like, I can't believe it's your first year like making content because you're killing it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I guess I like started last year. No, but 1 year sounds way better.
yeah. Tell everyone that. It's fine. They're like, wow.
I started yesterday. It was
she's
wild.
really slaying. So with your organizing clients, what's like the worst situation you've seen? Like, have you ever worked with like actual hoarder like people?
Oh, that's like so above my pay grade. And yes, whoa, I feel like I have patience, and I've had one hoarder, and oh my gosh, if one of my organizers, Sophia, I have to send this episode to her. So we're sitting there, and she like hates the smell of ramen. We walk in there and she like texts me. She's like, I cannot believe it smells like ramen in here. And I was like, all right, whatever. Like, okay, it smells like ramen. And
wait, what? In her house?
Yeah, the house just smelled like ramen. Okay. I'm just setting the scene because like I just need to like, it was also,
she was just being like,
it was just like this, the vibes weren't great.
Okay.
And it smelled like ramen. And it took us, like when people ask me to work with me, they're like, how long does an edit usually take? Yeah. Well, it really depends on how decisive you are, because for 5 things that could take you and I 20 seconds.
Right.
For this woman, it took, one trash bag took 8 hours.
No.
8 hours. And like, it was like a yellowed t-shirt with like armpit stains, like torn. And she was like, well, maybe I can sew it. Maybe like I realized like in that day, like this is above my pay grade. Like this is like, you need like a therapist. And then my organizer went back the next day and to organize. And she was like, Caitlin, it still smells like ramen, and she's dumped out the trash bag that took us 8 hours, and she's doing it. Like, we're going through it again.
No.
So, yeah, that's
some therapy shit.
Yeah, and, like, that's when I always say, like, sentimental items. Like, I don't personally get attached to my clothes. Like, I was the type of girl that was like, I'll sell my wedding dress. I'm not. That's now I'm
yeah,
like,
that's
Caitlin,
one thing I'm
that's
like,
psychotic.
oh, cute.
Yeah. But I always say, like, I understand if you don't want to get rid of them, but, like, take them out of your closet, put them in a bin, put them under your bed, something like that, but they shouldn't take up space. So, and that's why I also do think, like, if you are someone who's maybe not decisive with your wardrobe, I know it's, like, cute in theory to have, like, that Sex in the City, like, party where, like, you have 8 girlfriends over and you're going through, but, like, I'm sorry, like, we all have that one friend that it's like, why are you telling me what to wear? You don't know my style. I know that looks good on you, but, like, that's not flattering on my body. You know what I mean? So sometimes, like, there's too many cooks in the kitchen.
Oh my God, totally. Yeah, I honestly think, and I just, like, did an organizing thing, and I had one friend over, and it was my best friend, and she was so good. Like, you need a very specific person to help you, because she was like, get rid of that, or like, this is cute, or I'll take this because I know you're not gonna wear it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, you need like one person that's very like decisive. But now that you're saying all this, I'm like, wow, I was like pretty decisive because I was like going quick, like I was getting rid of shit.
It's so weird because I'll have clients that they're like, ooh, maybe I'm not decisive, and I'm like, wait, you're doing great. And it's so weird because they're like, literally, you just being here is helping me. And I like, I have a checklist too on my website that I'll send it to you after this. Maybe it'll help you. But like you just go through a list of questions of like, okay, would I be more excited to get money for this piece? Would I buy this piece in a store today? Like, realistically, like if I was going on a date tomorrow, like, am I wearing this, or would this be like my 10th choice?
Yeah.
If it's your 10th choice, then like, in girl world, like, we're not going to ever wear it, you know? So it makes it easier when you can kind of like talk it through. But that's why I'm like, if you do work with someone on your closet, like, I really think it's like a win-win if you can find someone who does kind of have a styling background, just because you get like a full service in that way.
It is so true. Like, I think that's probably the biggest game changer.
Yeah.
Because when you're asking an organizer who doesn't really know anything about fashion, they're not going to be able to tell you, like, and I very much like value other people's opinions, like when it comes to, like, if you're an expert in something, so I'll be like, what do you think of this?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think of these shoes? Do you think I'm going to wear them? Like,
totally.
I think it's so helpful when there's someone there being like, yeah, you got to get rid of those.
Yeah, no, 100%. And even like with organizing too, I think that like a stylist will just kind of like get it. Like, I worked with 2 of like celebrity clients that I've organized their closets. I did Madison Beer's closet, and just knowing her style, I was like, okay, she's a vintage girl, like we need to do like a cool display of like all her like jackets. Like, I worked with Glenn Powell, like of course I'm gonna display like the Top Gun jackets. He's like a cowboy western guy, so like we did like a whole shelf of like, it wasn't the best use of space, but we had extra space, and I was like, he's gonna want that. Like, this is just like an aesthetic vibe of like something. So like, I think that like you can incorporate that into your own closet. Like, you know, you might want to do like a purse wall or a shoe wall because like you might be that girl, you know? Or if you're one of my best friends, like she's obsessed with hoodies, so like I hung up all her hoodies because like she's wearing them, and that like gets her excited to get dressed. You know,
that actually is a good point, because I literally have so many sweats that we like made a whole closet into like sweatpants, sweatshirts, like everything color coded, because it's like I actually never knew, once you like make a space for it, you forget what you have.
Totally.
And then you're like, oh, I had this all along and I missed this sweatshirt and I forgot about it.
That's the number one thing I always hear during an appointment. Like, oh, I forgot I had this. I forgot I had this.
It is crazy. Yeah. And it's so fresh in my head right now too, because I'm like just in that process, and it's insane how many things you forget you have, or something from like 2 years ago or 3 years ago that went out of style is now back in style. Like my fur jackets, I'm like, oh fuck, I can wear these again now.
Okay, so this is so interesting because I get this question, like a lot of like my quote unquote hate comments are like, you're telling people to get rid of things and then they come back in style and blah blah blah. My thought on that is that like when they come back in style, they always change a little bit different. Like, I had a fur coat too, but like I live in LA, so like I really didn't want to have to buy one to come here. But like I noticed that like all mine are like, the cut is outdated. It's just a little bit like not the way I'd want it. And so I noticed they come back a little bit different, or your styles change. Like, I had clients that they were like, you know, I wish I never got rid of my low-rise True Religion. My daughter says they're so in. I'm like, babe, you're 50 years old and like you have an accounting job. Like your daughter's like going to bars and she's 20. Like they're in for her, but not for you. You know what I mean?
Even like the seams, like all these little details that would just never be the same.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the only person that like, could like thoroughly like carry that into is like Paris Hilton or something.
Probably. Or I think of like Gigi Hadid or like Bella Hadid or something, and I feel like they like walk around wearing like very specific,
like just like their aesthetic.
like they just can. But
yeah, I feel like Paris Hilton's literally going to be like 90 in like a juicy couture sweatsuit, but it'll be like sick
and it's a
fabulous.
slay. It's a big slay.
Totally.
She could wear like a literal crown, and I would be like, yeah, I'm not questioning it. Like, it's a slay.
That is absolutely on brand. That's right.
Yeah, it makes so much sense. She's our 90s girl. Like,
I cannot wait to see what her daughter wears.
Oh my God.
So excited
I'm
for
obsessed.
That.
I actually
and
posted.
Sophia Richie too.
Wait, yesterday,
oh my God.
I found out about this, and by the time this episode comes out, this is going to be like old news. But we just found out that Sophia Richie is pregnant, and literally, I was with my friend Bran. I don't know if you know Bran Flakes. I was with him. I was visiting a friend in Philly, and I kept being like, holy shit, Sophia Richie's pregnant. Like, I can't believe she's pregnant. Like, oh my God, I'm so excited for the fashion, like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, why are you so obsessed with her? I'm like, having like a fashion icon like this be pregnant is just everything.
I literally posted a story. I was like, if you're pregnant, and by the way, like, I'm like, as of like, tomorrow, like, I'm gonna start trying, and I was like,
oh my God,
I need her to go and forward like before me, because I'm gonna have amazing inspo. I was like,
yes.
I'm blessed to be in this same like world where I can get her inspo.
Same class.
No, literally, like, I'm like, wow, this is gonna be easy breezy for me. I'm just gonna.
No, I love it, and I feel like that's become so much more of a thing too, like the pregnancy kind of fashion culture. Like, I feel like before people would be so obsessed with like just wearing like maternity, like matronly clothes. And now I feel like so many more people are like, oh, we don't need to be wearing like maternity clothes. We can just.
I mean, like, when I style pregnant women, I'm trying to think, like, I'll use like maternity brands sometimes, but like for the most part, like, no, we'll just size up like in your normal clothes, or like the vibe is a little bit different, but like it's pretty much the same. Yeah, we're definitely lucky. We don't have to wear like,
I know.
You know.
Yeah, and I want to get into that after this, but first you mentioned Madison Beer and Glen Powell, so now I'm like, you have to take me through like what that process was like with styling them, because they're two iconic people.
I know.
Now, like, I need to know the tea.
Yeah. Honestly, no tea. Like, both
not
amazing
like bad
people.
tea, just like
I know.
tea.
Imagine I'm like giving you all the tea, and you're like, I did not ask about that, but okay, I guess we're going there.
No, I just like both such iconic people, especially Madison Beer. I love her style.
Fashion. Yeah,
she's gorgeous, like beautiful body. Like, so what was that like process like, and what did she kind of want from the beginning, and what was that?
She has a lot of stuff. So I would say like. What I've noticed with celebrity closets in general is that they're big on, and remember, I'm in LA, so I'm not doing really seasonal.
Right.
I think that a lot of celebrities, and they like to separate their wardrobe into like my day to day, which is usually more casual, and then like they want their like event stuff and glam things very separate. And I've noticed that like celebrities, I think because you're always going to events, that like your casual is casual. Like for the everyday person, like sometimes my casual and my going out, it's like the same, you know, like my t-shirts. So everything is very separate. And I will say that usually like we'll try to make the glam area like an experience, like very much so. Like Madison was like her, you know, I wanted to make sure we had like a cool jean display when we walked in. Like she has sick jeans. Like she has all these amazing, I mean, her wardrobe, I'm pretty sure she said something. She was like, I want my wardrobe to be like 100% thrifted. Like, she's very into that, which is like, I think so cool.
So cool.
And so like she was on my like top 5 of a closet I want to do, because I just like, for me, it's all about like whose style do I like the best. Like I would love to see their closet.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to do. So we made her a whole fitting room. We did like industrial rolling racks, so it wasn't girly, it was more of like, and then we did a really cool purse display for her, and I put them like behind a glass cabinet, so it kind of looked like what goes around comes around, you know. That's that like so vintage store.
And I saw you post it, and I was like, this is sick.
It's really, really cool. So that was really cool. Glenn's was the same exact way. We made him a fitting room. He kind of had like a Western vibe, so we actually did the same industrial rolling rack, but I did one that had kind of like a wood bottom, and then like made sure all his suits all had like garment bags on them. But then, like I said earlier, like a cool Top Gun display and like the cowboy boots. So like, I just think that if you want that kind of like celebrity experience or like high end experience, just make sure that you have everything kind of like separated, and that you find ways to make it look like very like much like a boutique. So like purse wall, shoe wall, whatever it is. Yeah.
Even for me, like just someone that goes to events a lot, like living in New York and stuff, I feel like that would be so beneficial, and it's so much more fun. It makes it more fun.
Much more fun.
Yeah. Like, I'm so jealous that Madison Beer, like they have these crazy spaces to be able to have that experience.
And
it's so
I really think you can recreate that, because like I feel bad sometimes, and I talk about this a lot with wardrobe too. Like I don't want people to ever feel like, oh, well, I could have an organized closet, but I'm not rich. I don't have I could have an amazing wardrobe, but I'm not rich. Like you do not need to have a crazy budget to be organized, to have an amazing wardrobe. Like there's so many little things you can do.
Totally.
Yeah.
So what are like those little things that are like more, that can make the experience a little bit more glam when you have a small space?
For organizing specifically?
Yeah.
I would say finding ways to create a display. So like, let's say you're a really girly girl and you're like, I kind of want to display like designer shoe boxes. Like use those shoe boxes to just like almost as artwork. Like you can put them like behind your purse and then the purse in front of it.
Oh yeah, that would
and
be
then
cool.
inside, if you're short on storage, like maybe inside there you have like seasonal items like your scarves. So like you can kind of double in with things like that. And then I'm trying to think of other little things that you could do too. The type of hangers that you buy, like we're all gonna get, you know, like Amazon hangers. You don't need to go to Container Store even.
Right.
Sorry, Container Store. I'd love to work with you.
I know. I'm like Container Store is my life.
But you can choose like if you had if you're into that like your apartment, for example, like very white, bright, like do beige hangers.
Yeah.
You know, I had one client, she had the most like gorgeous walk-in, and then she had a ton of natural light. We did all acrylic hangers with like gold accents, and oh my God, it was so pretty.
That's
it was
so pretty.
so pretty. So like, yeah, choose cute hangers.
I love when you can like make it like a more of an experience and actually feel like good when you walk into your closet.
Yeah.
It's just a game changer, I feel
You know
like.
what's weird is like you start every day in your closet. If you're sick, you're getting dressed. Like, and they always say like the best form of like mental health care, self-care, mental health care, self-care is making your bed every day. And I'm like, all these things that you start your day, like you start your routine. Imagine going into your closet every single day. It's messy, it's cluttered. You just grabbing the same leggings because you know that you like that and you have no idea what's in that dark hole like in the back. Like you're setting yourself up for failure, and like that's a big thing. Kind of going along with that subject is keeping clothes, especially for women, keeping clothes that are too small for you. Like get them out of there. It's
so true.
It's okay to get like, it's fine. Like to get rid of an item that doesn't fit you anymore. Like don't look at the size. Don't even look at the brand when you're doing a closet edit. Like if it doesn't fit you, get it out. Like you're setting yourself up for disaster.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so what are 2 or 3 clients that you would like Di to work with?
I was thinking for a while Billie Eilish, just because like I feel like, honestly, I just think her vibe would be so cool. I don't even know about the wardrobe, to be honest. I'm just like, I kind of just want to hang. I have to say Harry Styles, right? Like, I mean,
my God.
What would be in there?
Oh my God,
just gold.
I would die.
There would just be gold in there. Like,
His
I don't even
wardrobe,
know.
what do you think about his style?
Like, I'm kind of at the point where sometimes I'm just like, if someone has weird style, I love it. Because I'm like, it's interesting. Like, I'm so bored of seeing like, and to be honest, like I dress probably like a little like cookie cutter too. But like, I just love anyone with like a quirkier style because I'm like, okay, at least it's different and interesting.
Yeah.
Like, Kelly Worsler, I'm sure nobody probably follows her for her style.
Of course I do.
Oh, but oh my God. Okay. I thought that was like, why does no one talk about her style?
Because I don't think like, I don't know. I think you have to be very much into like the home and like that area first.
Yeah, to know.
To like get into her and then to know. But I am obsessed.
I think she would have like cool stuff going on. Yeah. There's also, I'm going to totally butcher his name, but this like, and I know nothing about sports, NBA player, Shai, I don't even know his last name.
Okay.
That's how little I know.
We'll look him up after.
Sickest wardrobe ever. And I'm like, he would have really sick stuff. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, that's like would be a very interesting.
So tag them, guys. Tag them.
Yeah, everyone tag them in the comments on YouTube. Let's like shout them out.
And then I'm gonna have to sign NDAs, and you guys will never know.
And you'll never know.
I'll thank you mentally.
But they'll see a closet being styled, and they'll be like, we know who that was.
Yes.
That was Caitlin. She had her hands in this.
She did.
Okay, I want to get into dressing for your body type because this is such a big thing on my TikTok. I just get roasted, and I don't know if you've seen, I just get roasted left and right. I mean, there's a lot of people that like my style, but then a lot of people that are like, you don't know how to dress for your body. And I also just posted a TikTok video like maybe a couple days ago, so this is really good timing, about styling my jeans and wearing the right pants for myself. And I don't know, I just want to get into, and I also have to say a disclaimer, like, it just because we're talking about this does not mean I think you have to dress for your body type. I think you should be able to wear whatever you want to wear, but there's also a level of someone might feel more comfortable in their skin wearing something that might flatter themselves.
Totally.
More. So I want to get into that and talking about maybe like a breakdown of some different body shapes or like where you carry more weight and like what styles and how to dress that would make it more flattering.
Yeah, totally.
We can even start out with like me for an example, maybe. Yeah.
Well, I'll give like a couple almost broad tips, but they really are kind of specific to like just, again, I mean, I don't want to have to give a million disclaimers,
Yeah,
but like,
you
again,
guys are-
disclaimer, like, you know, these are generally things that my clients are trying to hide.
Yes.
Like, you know, I think a lot of women are always self-conscious about lower stomach, thigh area. That's always like the biggest one I get with pants. So no matter what, I don't care if you're listening to this and you're like, well, I don't have a waistline. Everybody has a waistline and you can fake a waistline. So when people say high-waisted is a trend, to me, it's not a trend. It's literally defining your waistline. And it's funny because like, I'm wearing well, actually I have them belted down, but like these are a low-rise pair of jeans. Do I think low-rise is flattering? Like, absolutely not. But to your point, like, if you want to dress trendy and cute, like, I'm going to wear low-rise.
Yeah.
Like, it's just always, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But if you wanted to flatter your shape, I would say I would go for a high-rise pant so that it hits on your waistline. I personally think that a wide leg pant is always going to be the most flattering. Like when in doubt, a high-waisted wide leg pant. You don't need to do something super boho. You don't need to do something that's like really tight on your thigh. You want it almost like wide from your waistline. Favorite Daughter has a lot of good ones. A-Gold has a lot of good jeans like that. Then I would always do it with a pointed toe shoe. Yeah. So a pointed toe boot, a pointed toe pump. Like you will always look like I'm 5 foot, you're petite too.
I'm
like
5 foot.
Yeah.
Love that for us.
Love that. Well, I'm 5.5, and I'm like, if guys can lie about their half, I can lie about my half. Like
Wait, it's
literally.
so funny because I'm exposing myself so hard right now, but literally the other day I changed my hinge to 5'1" and I was getting more likes. And I was like, what the fuck? I
Really?
swear to God, I've had it as 5 feet forever. I am 5 feet, but I'm 5 feet and change. And I was like, yeah, guys lie about their height. I'm going to see what happens if I put it as 5'1". I swear to God, I think the 5'0" makes someone like think like, oh, this person's really small. And we both don't
Really?
give small energy. Like we give just like, because we're like, like, I don't know. Some people give like a small little.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if you looked at us in a camera, like I didn't know you were small.
Wait, do you know that everyone, when like people hire me and they found me like on TikTok or Instagram, they're like, oh my God, I thought you were so tall. And
People say that's me.
No way.
Yeah,
it
I
is so
swear.
funny because I'm like, I am so, like, I'm not just short. I'm like so short.
Me too, yeah.
That is so funny.
People literally always say that like, oh my God, like you're
I guess
really
I kind of
small.
love that, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay,
I mean,
it's a
maybe
good
it's like
compliment.
it's confidence for us. I think it's like we're very like, I don't know, maybe we're
Oh, I
just
love
outgoing
that.
and confident and it
Yeah.
just gives off
Okay.
a taller person vibe.
Oh, I love that.
But
okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's so funny. People say the same exact thing to me.
Wait, that is so funny about the dating profile though. I'm so intrigued by like dating type things because I've been with my husband since like college.
Oh my
so, like, I never really
God.
dated as like an adult. And
Yeah.
like I went to IU and like you don't date there. You like
Wait, you know that I went to IU, right?
what?
I went to IU.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, did we talk about this? I have the
No.
worst memory ever.
No, we definitely
to
didn't.
IU?
There's a couple people that have told me they went to Indiana, so now I went to Indiana. I graduated in 2019.
Shut up. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm 2016.
That's so funny. And dating
Okay,
is
we're
terrible there.
Oh yeah, like I didn't think I was gonna go on a date. Like, where were people?
I
Someone
never-
gonna ask me out? Like, go to like
Malibu?
No.
What is it, Malibu Grill? Do you
that would actually like low key. Like
Zagreb?
I would think that would be so romantic.
Yeah, like,
probably.
take me to
honestly.
Zagreb's, take me to, like, a
yeah,
steakhouse.
Literally, I'd be like, oh my God, wow.
Wait, that's
it's not
so-
Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
We have to play like geography.
I
after
know,
this because
we
it's probably gonna
do.
go hard. Yeah, that's so weird.
That's so funny. Because you said it so casually, I was like, wait, we must have talked about this, so we didn't.
Yeah, I mean, you're from New York, so I knew you weren't going to have a crazy reaction. But when people hear that I went to Indiana from LA, they're like, excuse me?
Wait,
I'm like,
so many LA people. And
it's so many
go
city
to IU,
kids.
yeah.
All my best friends live in New York. I wanted to live in New York, and I did a fashion internship, and they, not in a mean way, they were like, Caitlin, you are the most LA girl. Like last night, I wore an all black outfit, and my friends were like, you somehow made all black look so LA. And I was like, that sounds like an insult, but I'll take it.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely not. I'm like, New York, we're very, I don't know. I picture everyone in like a slick back and very like
Yes.
buttoned up and down. And
Yeah,
like, LA is more like relaxed and
Yeah.
chill and like.
I think the girls do not try, but like it's also a little sexier, I think. Like, yeah, definitely.
sure.
Like my friends will be in a crew neck like cashmere sweater. I'm like kind of want my tits out tonight.
No,
Like,
100%. Like it's so
Yeah.
funny. I'll visit people in LA and we're going to dinner and they're just putting on like their sneakers and a sweatshirt
Yeah.
for like a nice restaurant.
Totally.
And I'm like, this just flies here. Like
Yeah.
I'm in like a fucking dress and heels and like that's normal.
yeah, I feel like in LA, it's almost the more dressed down you are, like the cooler you look. Like
Yeah.
when Catch was like a big thing, like I would always get dressed up to go to Catch, and every celebrity was like in sweatpants.
sweats.
Yeah, and I was
don't
like,
get
oh,
it.
I'm a loser
Or just
now.
like a graphic tee. Like a guy
Yeah.
is just in like a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Go off.
Go off.
You do look cool.
Yeah,
so.
you're making it work.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, sorry. Anyway,
Yeah,
I get
I know.
on such bad tangents.
Me too. ADD. Okay, so dressing for your body type.
Yeah, so high-waisted jeans, always do a pointed toe pump. If you're someone who, like, this is why I feel so strongly about skinny jeans, is that everyone's like you're ruining, you know, people's like self-esteem with skinny jeans. Like, let them wear what they want. Of course, if you're listening to this and you feel good in skinny jeans, but like me saying a skinny jean is outdated, like, guys, I wish my fashion taste held that much value. Like, I did not come up with this. Like, you know what I mean? It's been
like,
around for a while.
Know, yeah.
Yeah. So, but also I just don't view skinny jeans as like the most flattering jean you could wear.
Yeah.
I think that there's a pair of jeans too that EB denim split hem jean and favorite daughter Valentina jean. It's like a baby boot cut. Those, if you are someone that you're like, I like a skinny jean on me and I don't like the baggy look, but I kind of want to be a little bit more trendy and like more flattering, I would get those two styles. They'll make your butt look great. They're high rise. They'll be tighter on your thigh, but then they'll kind of flare out towards the bottom.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I love
I have
those
a pair.
jeans.
I have a pair from American Eagle actually. Oh,
amazing.
And they're
Okay.
the black high-waisted split hem on the bottom.
They're so flattering.
Cute.
Yeah.
And if it's like almost someone the other day, I was like wearing them maybe a couple weeks ago, and someone's like, "Are you wearing a skinny jean?" I'm like, "No, they're just like tight up here, and then they have a little flare up." But it's a good compromise for someone that like, needs that. Yeah.
And I think that like a lot of times you want to make sure that whatever you're wearing on bottom, so if you are doing like a baggier jean, you want to do something tighter on top. And that's why I think skinny jeans are very hard to style. You have to do something oversized on top.
Yeah.
And kind of going back into body types too, like I find that a lot of women think when an area is bigger, you put something bigger on top of it, which is like the complete opposite of what you want to do. So if there's anyone out here and you're like thinking like, oh, I have such big boobs, like what kind of shirts do I wear? So let's say I put you in a high rise jean and then, high rise, like wide leg jean. Those are a little bit, have more volume on bottom. I would always do something pointed toe on bottom too to elongate your leg. I would do it doesn't have to be a tight bodysuit if you have really big boobs and you think it's like really overwhelming, but I would do maybe like a little bit more fitted of like a tank top or a long sleeve. Make sure you were tucking that in. I don't know why everyone's saying that like front tuck is like, I mean, I know we're not saying chuggy anymore, but I literally don't know another word to say.
Yeah, no, you could say chuggy. Yeah. I'm like, who's not? I don't
know.
Everyone's like
front tucks are so like out of style. I'm like,
what?
See, to me, like that's just you're showing your waistline, like it's body, or like it's creating an outfit, like it's styling your outfit. But make sure you have something tight on top. And if you do still feel like, okay, I still feel too busty, like put on a little duster, put on a cool blazer, like, but don't just put like a blousey shirt over it. If you have really big boobs, that's going to make it look even bigger.
Right. I feel like, and then a lot of the time people are just swimming in it. Like, you're just wearing something too oversized for you. And especially when I was struggling with my body image, I would often try to mask my insecurities by just wearing something oversized. Yeah. And my mom would always be like, this is just making it look worse. Like, I think, and obviously it's whatever you're comfortable in, but there are a lot of times where I think it's in our head that like something bigger will just be better because it'll cover, but then you don't realize like, oh, you have such a nice waist, or like.
Right. And I think that listen, it is really hard because I find that I always tell people when they're figuring out their sense of style, like get inspiration photos. Like I'm super visual. So like go on Pinterest, like, but why would you choose, if your stomach is your insecurity, like to your point, like Bella Hadid wearing low rise, like why would you, don't go choose her as your style. Yeah. And like you're doing yourself a disservice now because you can't recreate any of those outfits because all her outfits are low rise jeans. So I'm not saying you have to change your style based on your body, but try to find someone that has similar qualities to you. Like sometimes I'll even go as far as like, now that I'm back to my natural color hair, like sometimes I don't even want blondes on my inspiration photos anymore because I'm like, it's fitting their vibe because like the blonde hair is good with this color. Like sometimes I'll get that specific. So like it's okay to appreciate somebody's sense of style and be like, I like low rise jeans, but they're not on me. But like that doesn't, you just have to find those little tweaks, but always think about what you can emphasize first, and then what you're going to hide, that'll just naturally come. But think about what you can emphasize. And I promise you, if you just emphasized your waist, you would feel so much better. Like a go-to outfit for you for like a night out would be like a black mini skirt maybe, and then I would do high rise, and then I would do even like a t-shirt that is just tucked in with like a pump or a black over the knee boot and then like a cool jacket on top. Like I love that balance of something like more fancy with something really casual.
Yeah, I think that's been a huge thing even just lately.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm my style, I would consider it like classic style. Like I like things that are very classic with like a little bit of trend, but for the most part I don't like to like do anything too crazy. And I feel like lately that's kind of been the style. Like it's been kind of just mixing that little casual piece with like a dressy heel, like a t-shirt with like a stiletto kind of vibe.
Yeah, totally. And I really want to bring back repeating outfits too.
Oh, this is my biggest thing ever. Like, I like talk about this all the time. I'm the biggest outfit repeater.
No, it like I don't understand why. I mean, it's because of social media. Like we all want a different outfit, but like everyone, I get all these comments too. People are like, you know, you should be keeping the same clothes in your closet and like you're ruining the environment. And I'm like, well, how come you don't repeat your outfits then? So what are you wearing? There's no way you have 20 pieces and you're wearing a new combo every single time. So like we got an outfit repeat.
I love it. Like that's my favorite thing to do. And also even just doing little tweaks in the outfit. Yeah. Like switching out my red shoe for my black shoe. Totally. Like doing those little tiny things that are like, oh, it's because to me, I'm like, it's a different outfit now.
No, literally.
I literally changed the skirt. The entire rest of my outfit's the same.
Couldn't agree more.
Different outfit.
I'm like, it's a whole different season.
Yeah.
I went from black to like a lighter charcoal. Yeah, like it's different.
It's totally different now. It's brown.
Yeah, I love that.
So for when it comes to my body type, I want to dive into this. I like carry more weight, I feel like, on my bottom. And this is where like the comments come in for me a lot. Like with pants, with jeans,
so
with skirts.
crazy. I can't even get past that.
Like okay, for example, like a micro mini skirt is just never gonna be something that I personally feel comfortable wearing.
I see what
I like have a really big butt. I carry more weight in my like leg area. Thank you. I know, I love it.
You're like, it's natural.
Yeah. And I also carry some weight and like extra fat in my stomach area. So wearing something like a low rise jean or a micro mini skirt is not going to make me feel my most confident. When it comes to going out at night, especially because daytime, I feel like nothing needs to be as flattering. Sometimes I'll just like throw on a pair of jeans and a sweater and like, whatever. Yeah. But when it comes to going out at night, what do you think is like an outfit that potentially could be flattering on my body? Like what would you maybe dress me in or have me wear?
Well, let me first ask you, like, is there anything that like what part of your body is like your favorite? Like it could be something as small as like your like the collarbones.
I have a very small waist.
Okay, cool.
And so I love to accentuate that. Like like just my waist. I don't know.
I would put you in I'm gonna get really specific because I know like I have a combo that I think would look really good. There's a pair of Alice and Olivia like I think they're like a vegan leather trouser. I actually own them, so I'm biased. But they're super high waisted and they're a wide leg. So basically what they would do is all you would see if I was looking at you is how small your waist is, and then they're draping over your butt and your hips. So but you're still seeing a little bit of definition in your butt because like listen, everyone wants what they can't have. So like you saying like, oh, I have a big butt. I'm like, let's emphasize it.
But you know what? I want to emphasize.
Oh, you want it?
Butt,
okay,
yes.
great.
I like
I get clients that are like, let's hide it.
Oh, no. Never.
I know.
Never.
It's usually, I will say it is an older demographic. They're like, because they like the whole like Kate Moss kind of vibe.
Okay. But you know what? I do like that sometimes because I have this issue, and I don't know if other people struggle with this, where because I have boobs and a butt, sometimes when I'm just trying to wear like a classy, nice outfit, if it shows too much, I feel slutty. Totally. Or I feel like I don't look as high end. And I don't know why that is, but it's just, you
have to choose one.
It's a feeling that I have.
You have to choose one.
Yeah. And I hate looking like I'll put on like a tight dress and where someone will look like a model, I look like I'm going to his fucking Sweet 16.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. And being petite is hard because it's like, it's not, it's like so compact. Yeah. Exactly. Believe me. Okay, wait. So anyway, I would do these Alice and Olivia wide leg leather pants. I would do a black pointed toe pump, and then these are really high waisted and they would hit right at your waistline. I would honestly, again, because you're young and I'm assuming like we're doing something trendy and cute. Yeah. I would put you in literally like a little like bralette top. Cute. Like something like, and I wouldn't do it V-neck. I would do like a black, like not bandeau, like I would do it with straps, but so it's just that. And then I put like a really cool, like oversized black blazer on top. So you're still getting elongated by the pointed toe, the wide leg. And because like, if you were to do that same outfit with a bodysuit and a blazer, it would be like family dinner. Yeah. You know, but the second that you put on that little bralette, like, and I'm not talking those like outdated like lacy bralettes.
Yeah,
just
no,
so
I
everyone's
know.
clear.
Yeah.
Like I have it specifically in my head, and I'm getting defensive about it. Like
Literally, I know,
yeah.
like the OG, like Urban Outfitters free people.
Totally,
like,
totally. But like showing skin, it's the exact same thing. So you're gonna get a little definition on your butt. You're gonna get to see a little like skin, but you're still, I feel like, conservative enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would look so cute.
I
on
love
you.
that. Now I'm like about to go shop.
I'm gonna send you. No, I'll send you the link for these trousers.
please
They're
do.
amazing.
I
They're
need,
so
and
good.
I also actually Allison Olivia makes a jumpsuit, a leather jumpsuit. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I made my
Is
mom
it
buy
strapless?
it. Yeah,
The strapless one? Yeah.
I made my mom buy it last year, and she's really petite too. She's 5'1".
Oh, okay. Your
she
mom
had-
is 5'1"?
Yeah.
I mean, of course I stalked you. Like I
Yeah.
stalked the profile. You guys are the cutest family like
my God,
ever.
thanks.
I thought
She's
she was
little.
tall.
No, oh my God, she's so little. My whole family's actually little. My sister is obviously the tallest woman. It's me and my mom, my sister. My sister's like 5'4", 5'3", 5'4".
Oh, really?
Everyone
Okay.
thinks she's like 5'11". And
I
my
thought
dad's
she
like
was tall
5'8".
too.
Yeah, we're all
No
really
way.
short. Yeah, we're a small little family.
Yeah, my family's pretty short too, and my husband is 6'3".
Oh my God, love.
Yeah, I always. I mean, you probably like tall guys?
course
too.
I do, yeah.
But apparently, I mean, now I'm thinking that he's like lying. But like, I feel like every tall guy that I've been with has always loved short girls.
That's funny because it's
Maybe they're
so
lying.
one way or the other. Like I have a couple really tall guy friends, like 6'4", that like will only date girls that are like really tall.
Petite. Oh, only date girls that are tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, usually when I meet really tall guys, it's a type, like you
Yeah.
know, petite girl. But I'm like, I am a specific type, like petite
Totally.
girl, big butt. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
it's a very specific. You have to like a very specific look.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
But I
that's so
love
interesting,
tall
yeah.
guys. Like I love.
Yeah,
like,
and then
I
all
need-
the tall girls I remember, like when I was single, they'd
Yeah,
be like,
they're like,
"Caitlin,"
"Stop."
they were like actually mad at me.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what I like. I can't change it.
Yeah.
I've tried dating someone who's shorter, and it's just like if you're eye level, like I'm not into it.
Literally,
I passed out at my wedding
Stop.
because my husband is so tall.
No way.
You know, it's like funny. We can
No
talk about
way.
it. So whenever I organize a closet, like, and you guys will know if this will motivate you to organize your closet. When you're organizing the hanging stuff, like your head, they say don't lock your knees. They
Right.
forget to tell you about your neck. So like whenever I organize a closet, it's like a head rush. And I was looking at him and he's saying his vows and it was like obviously like so
No.
beautiful and romantic and whatever.
This was
And
during like the ceremony.
oh, during the ceremony, it got almost to the end, and my officiant was my goddad, who's also 6-something.
Shut up.
So I was like this, and then all of a sudden I like look at Steven and my other uncle is like giving a speech, and I was like, oh, I'm about to pass out, and I literally got a head rush because they were too tall. I know.
Did you actually pass out?
They like brought me a chair, so I like didn't like hit the ground, but like yeah, I like black, like I saw like black. It was also
That's-
really hot.
So scary.
But if anyone, honestly, your wedding's the best day of your life. Like I thought it was hilarious, and Steven looked like such a hero. Like everyone was like, "Oh my God, the way you took care of you is just so beautiful."
you're like bare minimum.
No, yeah, no, literally. I'm like, okay, I guess those are the standards these days.
Oh my
if he doesn't
God.
let you hit the floor, he's a keeper.
Oh my God, literally. Keep him around, babe.
Yeah.
So going back into body types, I also want to just talk about petite people in
Yeah.
general. And like, do you have any tips for just dressing for a petite body?
Yeah,
And I know
I'm-
that's hard because there's obviously different
Different
body
types of
shapes
petite.
and sizes
Yeah.
and whatever. But
Yeah, it is really frustrating too, because like again, going back to style inspo, like just because someone is petite, like I feel the same way. I'm not petite with like no curves. Like I feel like I like do have like boobs and a butt for like my size. So someone like Ariel Charnas or how
Ariel
do you pronounce?
Charnas, yeah.
Like she's super petite, but like
Right.
she's not. We don't have the same body. So like I honestly I love her style, but I could never save her fashion inspo photos because I
too,
feel like
yeah.
it's just not the same vibe.
Yeah.
So that's a really good thing that you said that, so people are aware. Do not get stuck on shopping in the petite section. Like just your tailor's going to be your best friend. Make yourself go to the tailor. Like that's my biggest advice, because if you're going to shop specific petite, like it's unfortunate, but I feel like those are the trend. They never really get updated.
they don't.
Like, and
it's not ever cool.
yeah, it's just like be at the tailor.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I know. I'm literally at the tailor. Like
I hate the tailor. To me, it's like gas the
It's-
tailor. I can only do one.
getting my
once.
nails done. There's just
Awful.
these little things that you're like, I don't want to fucking do this, but I have to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the tailor last week, and I had a live show, and the pants were obviously so long. I had like
I saw your outfit. I own that set. Those
way.
pants are so long.
So
You
long.
didn't get them tailored?
No.
Oh my
do you know
God.
what I did?
What'd you do?
I got like there's this like wool, like I don't know if you know what it is.
I've never tried it.
Okay. So I wet the pants. You put the wool like around the inside of the pant. And then you
Oh.
fold it in. And then I have one of those on the go like iron clothing
Okay.
irons.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's it called?
It's by Conair or something.
Oh my God, I don't know. But it's like literally looks like a flat iron, but it's
Yeah.
a clothing iron. I ironed it all around and it stayed. It stayed the entire night. I went out in them. I had the whole show
okay,
in
you
them.
have to send that to me.
I will.
Yeah.
Literally, it was, and I don't know if it'll work for every material, but you just set your iron on the wool setting.
Wow, okay.
And it sealed it in.
I've never tried that.
It was crazy. And I was like,
yeah, those pants are long.
They're so long.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that all the time.
No.
I'm probably never doing that again. But in a state of emergency,
totally.
if you're short.
Totally.
It really works.
That's a good hack.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Link it.
I will. I need to link it. Okay, one last thing, because
Yeah.
I feel like this is also something people struggle with. So someone with a really small chest.
Mm-hmm.
I know, for example, my sister got a boob job, but before that, she would always struggle with finding tops and finding outfits that
Mm-hmm.
help not make it look like you're flat, like still making it. What are your tips for someone who does have a smaller chest and is trying to still flatter their body?
Okay, so for her, I would do nothing that's skin tight. So instead of focusing on, again, what she wants to hide, because that's probably not the area she wants to emphasize, let's see what she does want to emphasize. If it's her legs, maybe she does a super short mini skirt and then like a thicker cotton t-shirt, nothing like a skin tight bodysuit. Or maybe she does, like a wide leg pant, and then again with that t-shirt or even a crop tee and like a cool like oversized jacket.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say with that.
Okay, I love that. Okay, next thing, I am so into weddings. Like, I am like a absolute freak.
Okay.
And so I need to know if you have any specific opinions on certain wedding gown trends or bride trends. Like, is there anything that
This is so hard for me to talk about.
Really?
No, literally. No, not like actually. But me and my best friend, we both got married, I think within a year of each other. This was... I love my wedding dress. It's not that. Sorry, Mom. Okay. But I chose my wedding dress the first day I went. So, like, I love it. I just, like, I didn't get the whole, like, my mom was so mad at me. And she was like, why did I let you get the dress the first day? Like, we should have the whole experience.
Oh, my God.
I will say, I understand you don't have to dress for your man, like, whatever, or your girl, like, whatever your partner likes. But I knew that my husband did not want a ball gown. Like, he wanted to see me in a tight dress. So, like, and I also wanted to be in a tight dress. So, like, I love what I chose, but, like, there are so many trends that I see that I'm like, that is so sick. But, like, I just know at the end of the day, like, my husband wouldn't have, like, it wouldn't have, like, you just want your man to think you look, like, beautiful or, like, whoever it is. So, like, the trends that I love, like, I love this, like, it really is this like quiet luxury vibe. Like, I love either something super simple or I love something that's like, I don't even want to say boho. It's just so like romantic.
That I love that
Like,
too.
I love like the romantic, like super feminine, like lacy, like puffy sleeves.
I like that too.
Like, I just love it.
Yeah.
Like
Galia Laha.
Totally. I mean, those are so,
or like Monique Lillier. Those are like my two favorites.
Totally.
And I feel like they both make very lacy.
Yeah, and I did, I think mine ended up being like Berta, and it was like a lacy, like I loved it. It's just that, and it's so funny because I know that if I tried on a ball gown, it looked awful on me. Like, again, I'm 5 foot.
Yeah.
I will say, if you are shorter, wedding dress shopping is a little underwhelming in the sense you really can't wear much. And having that like nude underneath makes you look a lot longer. So like mine was like, it's good that you like that style because like the nude underneath the white somehow elongates your body a little bit more.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like when I put on like all these dresses that were like white and there was like no see-through type of like vibe, I looked so short. And still in my wedding dress, when I look at photos, I'm like, wow, I look I look a lot shorter than I think I do if I like were to like, go out to dinner.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking back, like way back to when I was like 12 and I had a bat mitzvah and I wore literally this.
I'm so scared what I probably wore.
Like it was tight on top and then it like went out really poofy blue like ball gown.
What was your theme?
It was Club Carly. What was yours?
Wow, that's sick. I was a competitive dancer.
Oh my God.
So mine was like I think like each table was like a different like dance. Really fun fact.
What?
Before Dash, so era of Kardashians.
Yeah,
before Dash, there was a store called Smooch. And that was owned by Chris and Courtney. And I was so, like, I couldn't even fit into Abercrombie Kids. I was so small. So, like, I would go in there and basically, like, Courtney and Chris would be like, oh, these are the things that we got for Kendall. Like, we'll set them aside for you. Like, they weren't famous yet, but, like, I was obsessed with that store. And my bat mitzvah dress was from there. Yeah.
Wait, what was the vibe of your bat mitzvah dress?
It was, I think it was... my like brother's bat mitzvah dress I wore there. That was from there too. Like, it was like the only store I could fit into.
That's so funny.
and it was like right down the street. I think it's like mauve-y. It was like a mauve kind of color.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Love.
Gorgeous. I probably had like braces to match.
Of course.
You should.
Yeah, you get your rubber bands to like match your dress.
Oh my God. You know what I was talking about my friend with like grinding when you were like at bar and bat mitzvahs. Like,
oh my God.
That should be canceled. That
canceled.
Is crazy.
I wonder, do the kids still do that? Like, I wonder.
I don't even know if I want to know.
Yeah,
it seems
same.
like I shouldn't even be like thinking
Yeah,
about
like
it.
I would be at like some random like kids club for like, you know, when like people just had like the party, like it wasn't like as much family, it was just like a kids party.
Yeah.
The grinding would go crazy.
No, I used to get so mad at my parents because my mom would just be like staring because she was like in shock. And I was like, Mom, why are you staring? It's so weird. And she's like, because now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, this is crazy.
I would be staring
like,
at my
this needs
kid.
to be shut down.
Yeah.
Like, sir, what are you
Call
doing
the
to my
cops.
daughter? Like, what are you doing?
I know, that's so scary to think like we're closer to like having kids now and like we have to watch that. Scary.
Mortified.
Terrifying. Okay, last thing.
Yeah.
What are some fashion trends that you're like loving and hating right now? And I also need your take on the like clean girl aesthetic / mob wife aesthetic when it comes to like the fashion area.
Wait, I think mob wife aesthetic is absolutely hilarious. Like mob wife aesthetic to me is like when who did like light blue nails and it was like blueberry tart pancake and I'm like, wait, no, it's
just
light
blue nails.
It's like light blue. Like it's cool for I understand
Blueberry
why
pancake.
editors do it because they need something different to write about. Like I understand, but like yeah, like mob wife aesthetic is literally like it's like florals in spring, groundbreaking. Like you're wearing a fur jacket in the winter when you need to.
It is so true.
Yeah. Like, so I think it's sick. I think it's amazing. Like again, like I love like something like super glam like that, and then pairing it with like really light blue jeans, a t-shirt. Like I think that's such a cool vibe. So I love that. Quiet luxury minimalist. The reason why I like minimalist is because I really think if you're like, I think it's the most timeless of any type of trend. Like, I'm sorry, how can like if you look at Mariana Hewitt, you're never gonna go back. I did a video on her style and I was literally back in 2012 and I was like, there's not one outfit that's like quote unquote bad. Yeah. Maybe it's not like something she would wear now, but it's nothing is bad.
I've been
same
a fan
with Morgan
of her literally.
Stewart.
Yeah. Those are two like fashion icons.
No, and it's like so true. So like I think that clean girl aesthetic, it's like to me it's just putting all the timeless basics together. Yeah. So I think it's if you are someone that like maybe you're struggling with like what pieces to invest in or what pieces like will last the longer if maybe you're on a budget, I would go for that aesthetic, assuming you know it fits with. So I'm into that. Trends that I'm really excited about. I love the rosette trend. Like,
wait, what is that?
So
rosette?
it's like remember like Same Swim was the first. I think they were like one of the first ones to do it last summer. But like it's the bikinis that have like the flowers. Like Colt Gaia does a lot of like you'll see like instead of like a floral print, it's like appliques.
Yeah.
So it's like I think that one's gonna be really cute because I'm so over like a screen printed like floral.
I don't
it's
like
just
that either.
I don't like it. I think it looks really cheap and I love anything with texture. I think will always look more expensive.
It does, yeah.
So I'm really excited about that one. If you guys need inspo, Prada has a ton. So like I'm not shopping Prada either. Like don't worry. But like I go on there, I get the inspo, and then like I'm gonna figure out a way to do it like you know within my budget.
Yeah.
Something I'm not excited for spring. I'm thinking a trend that I love, but I will say like I don't like it in a sense is the mesh, like the see-through like bra and underwear. I think it looks so sick, but like it's a crazy trend when you think about it.
I like can't do it. Like I want to do it. I don't think I can though.
It's just like where am I wearing? Like realistically, where am I wearing?
I know,
that?
and I bought a couple things that required the like I've bought a couple lacy moments and I've tried it on and every single time I've been about to like wear it I've been like I don't feel good
and
in
like
this.
I guess it's because like I'm not again like I always tell my clients like look at your lifestyle like is this realistic for you to wear? So like for me I think it's so sick like who was wearing like I think Sabrina Carpenter had it on. I was like this is so
I love her
sick.
little cutie.
I'm obsessed with her. I think she's like a Polly
she's
Pocket.
Such an it girl.
No,
like her outfits on tour the little skirts and I die.
She is like a fantasy cartoon in like the best way.
Yeah.
Like she is like what like 10-year-old me was like, oh, this is of course how I'm going to be as an adult.
Literally, I look at her and I'm like, oh my God, I'm obsessed.
She would actually, see, I don't know her everyday style. I've just seen her tour stuff, but like she would probably be a fun closet to do, assuming that her style is kind of similar. But yeah, I just think that like those, I'm like, where are you wearing that? So like, don't feel bad, by the way, if like, you don't feel good in that trend. Like that is like to me that is a very like 1% of the person is gonna like probably feel great in that.
Yeah, I never was like feeling myself in it.
Yeah,
like
so I'm really trying to think of now trends that like name a trend that you're excited about, and then maybe I'll say if I
I don't know.
Wow, I really just flipped that.
No,
the podcastee becomes the podcaster. I'm like,
no, honestly, I don't know, because I feel like we talked about like the fur. We talked about, I mean, red is like really like an it trend right now, but I feel like it's gonna flip really quickly.
Yeah, like that's something like I love wearing neutrals. So like I knew with the red, I was like, if I see something red, like I'll get it. Yeah. I'm not gonna invest in it. Yeah. I ended up just getting like red ballet flats, and I was like, I feel like I did the trend and I love it. And
that's kind of what I did. I got a pair of red heels on the Real that were like YSL, so it's perfect. They were like a few $100s.
Ooh, love.
And then I got a red like little Loewe bag.
Oh, cute.
So I felt like I was able to do it in like a way that like
accessories are the best way to do it.
Yeah, I think that was probably
more timeless.
Yeah.
Too.
What do you think of like the belt, like the brand belts?
No, never.
Okay.
No,
I just got a Celine belt. And I'm like a little baby Celine belt.
I'm actually, I promise you, I'm not just saying this now because like you just said it. I will say Celine, at least like, it's not like, I will even say Victoria Beckham, she has the B, but it's so elongated that it's more of like a shape. So it doesn't like, same with Hermes belts. Like it's just not my style, but like, at least it's more of like a shape. Like it's not like the big Gucci.
That I can't
I really don't like that. Like even Dior has a ton that I'm just like, I don't like that. Like, I used to style Harry Jowsey all the time, and we would always laugh because all the designer I would get him, he was like, oh, I love that we're buying designer, and you can't even tell there's not one logo, it's just a blue shirt. And we would like literally hold up like the Prada t-shirt versus like his like Target t-shirt. And
my God.
We were like, which is which? But like, that was our vibe. We liked like no logos.
Yeah. I my one perspective, and like my one guy friend who like dresses really well would kill me for saying this, but I am like, why am I buying, and I've just started doing this a little bit, but I'm like, why am I buying something expensive if you can't even tell what it is? Like I'm like that's my one thing that I'm like, and I did just do that with the red YSL heels. Like you would have no idea. Yeah. But I'm like, they were so cheap, so it's fine.
I know. Okay, my take on that, I actually feel the exact same way. And I mean, this is also a personal thing. I'm just terrible at shopping with my own money. Like everybody else, I could shop great. Yeah. If it's like my own money, I always feel guilty, and like that's a whole other podcast.
I get like that too.
Yeah. But that's my style. I don't like anything with a logo on it. I don't like anything. So it's tough because I feel the same way. I'm like, well, why would I spend $3,000 on like the row, you know, which you can't even tell it's the row, when I could spend that $3,000 and get like a whole new wardrobe. Right. So like but listen, if I had an unlimited credit card, like go do your thing. Yeah. So I think that if you're someone who's like, okay, I want a designer item, I want to treat myself, and I do want, you know, people to know it's designer, I have two things. Do not get something that can easily be duped. So like Steve Madden is the first one who really like dupes, you know, like a bag. Like I would say like the Prada like nylon re-edition. That's kind of like,
I literally, Steve Madden made one.
Totally. And like even like the Dior saddlebag. By the way, I love those bags. It's not that. It's just, again, if you're only buying one designer bag every so often, like you want it to be like, you don't want someone to be like, is that Steve Madden or is that the real one?
You're right.
And then two, I would stick with least logo as you can, least amount of hardware. I think Gucci does a really good job of their hardware, like the Gucci Jackie bag. I love it because you can tell it's Gucci.
Yes,
but there's no Gucci anywhere. I think Saint Laurent does amazing timeless bags, like the Manhattan bag. I also think that Saint Laurent bags are just not talked about enough because they're never really like super trendy. You know, we had that huge tote that everyone was wearing, but they're never super trendy. They're very timeless. Yeah. So like, I think those are a great designer bag to invest in. Yeah.
You just gave me one other question now.
Yeah.
I have so many people that come to me, like family members included, that are like, I'm looking for like a timeless black handbag that maybe let's do two. Like, do you have any that immediately come to mind? Like one, if you're willing to splurge and like you want to get like a really nice, like you don't buy handbags a lot. So you just want like a really pretty black handbag that's like cool and trendy but timeless. And then maybe one that's like a little more budget friendly.
Okay, I would say Staud is always the best budget friendly. Like the moon bag that I have, I don't think there's one item in my closet that I can think of that I get complimented more. Like I've already gotten 2 compliments today.
It's just so pretty.
I think it's like unique, it's interesting, it like adds to an outfit.
It's cool, girl.
Jeans and a t-shirt, it's sculptural. Yeah, so like it like adds that flair. And then I really love the Manhattan YSL bag right now. I just think it's very classic. It's a great size. I love the Gucci Jackie bag. Like, by the way, I love Bottega. Like, I love that bag. I think that really is a timeless bag. Yeah. It's just so frustrating to me that like my Amazon dupe looks so similar. That's
the one thing with the Bottega bags. They get the cassette pattern gets duped like crazy.
Exactly. So like for me, if I can, obviously it's not an identical dupe, but like the like bag of my dreams is a mini Kelly though.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Isn't it everyone's? Like,
yeah, I guess it's everyone's.
That's the one thing. Like, I'm not a Birkin girly. I
didn't think I was either.
Yeah, but a Kelly is different to me. Like, a little mini Kelly is so freaking cute, and I feel like I would actually get wear out of it versus like a big Birkin.
But the Birkin with like see, you can't have a Birkin and dress up. That's cheesy.
Yeah.
You have to wear a Birkin with like
jeans.
Yeah,
and
like Morgan Stewart does a Birkin
I know.
so well. Like, it's so I mean, she does everything so well.
I know. I was gonna say everything she does is good. It's just good. She was wearing a pointed toe heel. I mean, I know it's a classic thing, but before this became like a huge thing to wear your pointed toe heels out, she's been doing this forever.
I know, and you know what? She like always talks about how like she was like trendy items. Like, if I think even she said one time, she was like, I don't think you can go back in my wardrobe and find anything that's like that bad.
Yeah.
So like, I'm kind of, no, seriously. I'm like,
can't relate.
I should show you some IU photos.
I need to say, oh my God.
I was in the age of the Litas. Were you the age
so
of
was
the
I.
Litas?
So was I. Are you kidding? Freshman year, that was all I wore.
Yeah.
Every day out.
Those were honestly so comfortable.
Yeah, they were.
I could have like run a marathon.
A platform used to be great.
Oh yeah.
That's not a thing really anymore. But
maybe that's why guys, like, they didn't think I was that short because I was in like an 8-inch Lita.
Literally. Everyone was. It's crazy. Okay. We got to wrap up, but thank you so much for coming on.
This was so fun.
Let everyone know where they can find you.
Okay, Caitlin_Jaymes. Don't forget the underscore. It's so cool. On TikTok and on Instagram. And then all my products are on CaitlinJaymes.com.
Amazing. Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give this a 5-star rating and review. And if you can, please follow me on Instagram at RealWithCW and on TikTok at RealWithCarly Weinstein. And I love you guys, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.
What a wonderful world.